Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pachehra Talks channel. My name is Arun, and let's get started with logic apps. So, in this series, this is the time to go through design for logic app solution. So, we need to first explore or understand logic app in a very brief uh, way. So logic app is another type of serverless compute solution. Why I'm saying another type of? Because in previous video we went through Azure function, which is also a type of serverless compute solution. So this Azure Logic Apps is a cloud-based platform for creating and running automated workflows. What kind of workflows? Automated workflows. Because this Logic App is all about workflows. There is a GUI. You can simply go ahead, find the connectors, put the conditions, and create that workflow. So Logic Apps is a cloud-based platform for creating and running automated workflows. Now, workflows are step-by-step process that integrate your application, data, services, and systems. With Azure Logic Apps, you can quickly develop a highly scalable integration solution for your enterprise and B2B scenarios as well. Logic App is a member of integration services. We have seen almost all the integration services in the previous videos and the playlist you'll find, but just wanted to refresh the memory. This is a part of or member of Azure Integration Services. Logic App simplifies the way that you connect legacy, modern, and cutting-edge systems across cloud, on-prem, and hybrid environments. We can check this out when we'll go through the reference architecture in this video. So now we have a very good idea. Maybe I have refreshed your memory because we're not using these services every other day. So sometimes, skills become a bit rusty. So after refreshing the memory, let's go ahead and see some examples so that we can imagine how we can use these logic apps properly, or situations where we can think of logic apps. So examples. Well, we can utilize Logic App's workflow to schedule and send email notifications using Outlook or Office 365 when a specific event happens, like a new file uploaded. Maybe in a Sentinel, there is some alert triggered, so you can send the email through Logic Apps. We can also use Logic Apps to route and process customer orders across on-premises systems and cloud services. Whenever there is like Defender and Sentinel, I talked about anything, even through Azure Monitor, or we can trigger runbooks for actions with the help of Logic Apps. We can move uploaded files to Azure Blob Storage from FTP or SFTP. We can monitor tweets, analyze the sentiment. If you remember Azure Streaming Analytics, there was this, and create alerts and tasks for items that need viewing. So these are some examples to put this in perspective, and now it's time to check the design criteria. So the very first thing is, do I need an integration service? Because as I said at the beginning, this is Logic App is a member of integration service. So the key question to ask when you are considering Logic App in your architecture, do I need an integrated service? Logic Apps work well when you need to get multiple application system to work together. That's what they were designed to do. If you're building an application with no external connections, Logic App is probably not the best option. There are so many services in Azure, doesn't matter, you have to use all. We need to find out when we need to use the correct service. That's all about the architecture and designing. So one of the use case or design criteria could be this. Another one is, of course, performance. Logic App's execution engine scales your application automatically. We all know that. Logic Apps can process large data sets in parallel to let you achieve high throughput. However, fast activation time is not always guaranteed nor enforcement of real-time constraint on execution time. Logic App provides control constructs like Boolean expressions, switch statements, and loops so your apps can make decisions based on your data. You can build highly complex and deeply nested conditionals into your Logic Apps, because Logic App is all about conditions. If this happens, that do. If that happens, this do. Right? So conditions make it really, really powerful and interesting. The last consideration is whether uh, there are a pre-built connectors for all the services you need to access. Yes, just like in Azure Data Factory and Sentinels, Azure Logic Apps has pre-built connectors. If so, then you're ready to go. If not, then you will need to create a custom connector. Yes, you can customize your connector as well. Now, let's check the reference architecture with Logic Apps. Yes, this is the reference architecture that I've borrowed from Microsoft uh, Architecture Center. And here you can say API management accepts API call in the form of HTTP request. You see that? API management securely routes the HTTP request to the Logic App. So right here. Now, what is what is the reason for Logic Apps to be placed here? What kind of work flow it is forming or following? So here, each HTTP request triggers are run in Logic Apps. Logic Apps uses secure template parameters to retrieve database credentials from Key Vault. Retrieving the database credentials from the Key Vault. Logic App uses TLS to send the database credentials to a database statement to the on-premises data gateway. The on-premises data gateway connects to the SQL Server database to run the statement. SQL Server stores the data and make it available to application that users access. Azure Monitor collects information on Logic App events and performance. So Azure Monitor is also one of the amazing tool which can give you all that information about Logic Apps as well. So this is a pretty basic reference architecture to place this knowledge or cement this knowledge. Well, that's all about this Logic App. Well, thank you for watching. Let's meet in another video with some new services. Thank you. Bye-bye.